So in last class we have covered about the domain model in the Mendix Studio Pro. So what are entities? What are attributes? Are the other features available while creating an entity like validation rules, event handlers? We have discussed on all those. And also we have seen about the associations. So for attributes we are having different data types like integer, string, long, decimal, boolean, binary, enumeration, like that. And in associations we will be able to create associations in three ways. One is one to one, another one is one to many, another one is many to many. And validation rules, we can create a validation rule on any attribute to make it as a mandatory input value, or to make it as a unique value. And so there are couple of other uses also there. Like this. If you want to set the maximum length limitation on a field, so that validation rule also can be set here, and you can define the error message here. In this way, we can create different validation rules. So what are the different validation rules available? Required, unique, equals, range, regular expression, and maximum length. And also we have covered event handlers. We have created one event handler for deleting, before delete, like this. And we have tested it as well. So the handlers can be created in multiple scenarios and with multiple instances. So the instance can be the event like create, commit, delete, rollback. So when I say it is instance or any event, you need to relate with the one record of this particular table. One record of this, one object of the particular entity in Mendix. One object is one record. Okay. Whenever you are creating one record, before creating that, it will be executed. Whenever you are committing, that means you are saving it to the database. Before saving, this event will be executed. In the same way, delete, rollback. In the same way, moment, after and before. Okay. And also I have explained the usage of the documentation tab as well. Okay. And also I have explained, if we have a event handler, we will see a icon here, yellow color icon. And if we have defined any validation rule on any attribute, we will see a tick mark here. And this is the association created between category and product. This is one to many. If you observe the symbols carefully, here we are seeing one, here we are seeing star. That means star means many. Here one means one to many. One to many. Okay. So any questions in the domain model part? Entities, creation, validation rules, or anything? So now we will continue for our next topic, user interface. Okay, in user interface mainly we will have the layouts, different layouts. Layout in the sense actually here we are creating pages. If you observe here already we have created some pages, right? So every page is having a layout. If you observe this area where uh, darken area, grayed out area, that is layout. On that layout we are using this layout for this page. If you go to the properties of the page, you can see the layout type, and you can select the layout available. There are three different properties available when it comes to layout. First, you need to select the platform type, whether it is for the web or native. Then, based on that, the layout types will vary. Okay. Then, responsive and tablet specific, phone specific, these are available for web. So now we have selected responsive. So the related CSS that was already predefined based on this layout will be used to generate this page in the web page. So what we are doing actually, there will be a layout that we have selected Atlas default. Okay. So in Atlas default layout, we are embedding our page. We are placing our page content in the Atlas default HTML content. So finally, this will generate some HTML content. This page, this Atlas default layout will generate some HTML content. So this HTML content will be embedded into the layout content. So that means, so how the layouts can be used? So it can be like a some templating kind of thing. Suppose for every page you might have the same kind of, you will be having the same kind of look and feel for the top menu or top side navigation or anything, title bar or anything. So that can be, we don't need to redefine everything in every page for top title or anything, which are common to all pages across the application. So these can be made as a layout, and we can use that layout for the pages we are targeting, that UA needs to be there. So in Atlas layout comes out of box, comes with different types of pages, all those things. We will see those now. Class, sorry. So these are the different templates widgets. All those are out of the box available with the Atlas layout. Currently, the Mendix is using Atlas UI. Okay, this Atlas UI layout comes with all these things. So for web, we are having these two layouts: Atlas default, Atlas top bar. If you see here, Atlas default, Atlas top bar is there. So when you select Atlas top bar, the final application will be rendered as like this, like this. So next for tablet. For the tablet, it will be rendered as like this: tablet bottom bar tab. There are different layouts available. If your page is targeting for tablet, then you can select this tablet layouts so that that page will be rendered in the tablet in this way. In the same way for the mobile. For mobile, we are having four different kind of layouts: mobile bottom bar only, mobile default, full page, mobile top bar only. So when you select this mobile default, okay, in the layout properties, in the page properties as layout, so that page content will be rendered in between here. Okay, these are the different layouts, and these are already some templates are also available. You can create a page by using these templates, any of these templates. So it will create all the necessary, it will create the page with all the necessary widgets added to the page to form this kind of UI. So you need to provide the data source for that widget. Suppose here it is showing as card title and it's some supporting this. So what needs to be displayed in the card title here and what needs to be displayed for the supporting text, all these things you need to configure manually in the page design. So here for us the UI is ready. We just need to configure from where the data needs to be pulled to show the text in runtime. And this is dashboard status. This is dashboard navigation. And this is another template, dashboard transaction. So all these are out of the box available in Mendix with Atlas UI. Here we have covered dashboards only. Here these are details kind of templates. So the detailed analysis, if we have some list of items, by clicking on one item, you need to show the detailed information about that item. So in such kind of situations, we generally use the detailed templates. And these are forms. For forms also, by default, we are having some templates. So the same kind of UI will be generated when you run the application for that particular page. You will see the same kind of UI. So you don't need to work on much on, you don't need to worry about CSS to format like that. So these are grids. Grids in the sense like table structure, rows and columns. These are grids with the table, tabbed items, tabbed widget. Sorry. Grids with the navigation. Like that, there are lists also. If you want to list of, if you have a requirement to show the list of items in a page, you can make use of this template while creating a page. The same way for login, tabs, and wizards. Wizards also available in the Mendix to have this kind of step wizard or something like that. So in the same way for tablet and phone also there are different kind of templates available. Okay, these are templates. These are layouts. These are templates. The layouts can be a wrapper for the pages. So these are templates which are useful while creating the pages. So these are building blocks also available out of the box with Atlas UI. Building blocks in the sense some set of widgets are the pre-formatted widget to to render in certain way, to render in a proper UI. The building blocks are available. So with all the CSS and necessary CSS properties, it will be available. We just need to provide the data source for that or data for that. So these are the different building blocks available. Suppose we have to show the list in this way with the arrows in double line. So this building block is available. We just need to provide the data source from which data needs to be retrieved and displayed proper content here in place of the list item title line, all those things. and this is for master details. So suppose if there are list of items available here in a single page, you wanted to display all the list of items by splitting the page into two sections. On the left side, you would like to display the list of items, and on the right side part of the page, you would like to display the selected item content. So in that way, this master detail pages will be useful. So this is master detail horizontal. When you say master detail vertical, so the page will be splitted not in a different orientation like this horizontally, not vertically. So the selected content will be displayed at the bottom of the list. Here the list will be displayed in master detail vertical. In master detail horizontal, the list will be displayed here in the left side. So timeline is also available. So for everything, for this, you just need to pass the data. You don't need to format all these things. You just need to pass the data from which entity. That means from which table that data needs to be retrieved and shown. That's it. The same way tree views are available. So suppose we are having a this kind of UI requirement for wizard. You can make use of these building blocks. So these are different widgets available with a class UI. If you need to scan a barcode, you simply need to drag this widget onto this page, and you simply need to give some properties. That's it. The widget is ready for your application is ready for scan. That way there are plenty of widgets available in the Mendix out of the box, so that you can develop your application within lesser time when compared with the traditional programming languages. So these are the different layouts available with the class layout UI. So I am giving a pause. Anyone has any questions? Any questions on these layouts? Do you understand where we are using this? Are you able to understand that? So we will see how it will be useful for us while creating a page. Suppose let us create a page now. Okay, add a page by right clicking on the module. You can create a page, add page. Here the lay templates that we have discussed now you will be able to see here. Excuse me. While creating a page, suppose we are having category here. Okay, by default when you create generate overview page, it has created the page like this. Okay, now we will try to create this kind of page manually. Okay, so for category we are creating a overview page. So for responsive web, I am creating by using, there are different navigation layouts available. Atlas default means we have seen the menu items will be created on the left. Atlas top bar means the menu items will be created on the top. So pop-up layout means if you want it to display this page content as a pop-up, then you need to select the pop-up layout. So in this, we will go with the grid, normal grid. Okay, we have selected the grid template and we have selected the navigation layout at class default. We have given the page name. We are creating this for the responsive layout, responsive web. Okay, here category overview page has been generated with this widgets available on the page. Okay, and you are seeing an error. What is this error is saying? This is a data view. We will discuss on the widgets, all these widgets again. So for this data view, it is not connected with any domain model entity. So that is the error it is showing. Here if you see, here it was connected with the category from database. So here the title is category, caption, category. I am removing this one. Here I am providing the data source for category. So now this was looking like the same way which the system has generated by clicking on the generate worry pages. So now it is showing some error like this new button and edit button does not have any action. It has selected as show page, but there is no page selected. That is the error. So for now, I am making it as do nothing because we have not created any page, or we can select this category new edit page also. This. And I am adding this page to the navigation menu here. We will run the application and see. So here, while creating a page itself, we need to select the layout and template, all those things, right? So that can be changed by navigating to the page properties also later. Once you have created one page, if you wanted to like to change the layout of the page, you can change it. So anyone has any questions so far? Now we will try to see what a layout contains. So whenever you are selecting the layout, what we are seeing, it is rendering the menu options. So now we will go to the layout, particular layout, and we will see what it contains actually. So what is the layout we have used here? Layout type responsive, layout is a class default layout. Okay. So if you go to the marketplace, you can see Atlas Core and Atlas Web Content modules. Okay. Layout type Atlas default, Atlas Core. If we go to Atlas default, okay. Now the application is running. Let us come back to this layout. See, this is the page that we have created, my categories. This is the page that has been generated by the system when we have clicked on the generate overview page. Are you seeing any difference? I am seeing that category font size and some margins that can be managed. Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
Oh. So if you remember, I have selected already created new edit page for the new button in my categories page. When you click on new, so it is showing a page as a pop-up, right? So if we go to that page, right click, go to page, new edit to, here the page properties, if you see, layout type is model pop-up and layout is Atlas Core pop-up layout. So the page what we have designed here showing as a pop-up here. That is how the layouts can be used. So now we will try to see what layout contains. So this is Atlas default layout that we have used to generate these pages. Suppose for my categories, okay. So here it is having some scroll container, feedback widget, and this is a container. Dashed line, whatever seeing is a container. This is grade line was a layout grid with manual tool. These are different widgets that are available for us for designing a page also. So here the layout is splitting the page into different parts actually. Here this is the main content where our page content will be placed. This is navigation drawer icon. This is navigation items that we have already configured in the navigation. So how these are able to show here? If you go to this properties, this is a navigation tree widget available in the Mendix. For navigation tree widget, we are having different properties. We can select the menu source as the already existing navigation that we have defined here. So from that, it is taking the list of items and showing here. So this main content will be filled with the page for which we have selected this Atlas default layout and the page which we are showing to the user on the web. So suppose for category war page, all this content from here, okay, will be placed in between here and rendered as the HTML page finally like this. So everything whatever seeing here is Atlas layout Atlas layout. Okay. In that we are having our page content. Okay. So if I change the layout to top bar, what happens? Now I have selected Atlas top bar layout. So now my expectation is the menu will be changed as a top bar. See this. Within seconds you will be able to switch to top bar menu. Any questions?
Hi. So basically, if we want to change background color of this that on top bar, right? So can we do that change, right? Using CSS or something,
Yes, we can do.
right? Right.
Yeah, we can customize the layout.
Mm-hmm.
You can create your own layout also.
Right. So I
Okay.
need to know more about layouts, right? Like hierarchy level.
Okay. See, here we
Basically,
are
in order
having,
to,
yeah,
oh,
tell me,
sorry, yeah.
what do you want to know?
So in order to create pages, we will use generally some page templates, right?
Templates, right?
So hierarchy wise, just order I want to know. I'm just little bit confused. So first we need to create one page. Based on the page, it will create page template, I think. Correct? So in that we will hierarchy wise layout, inside layout we will provide containers or data views or whatever. Correct?
See, this is layout, okay? This is
Hmm.
layout. In layout HTML, we are embedding the page content, okay? So
Oh,
page
okay.
content again contains some widgets or anything, data containers or anything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Layout is the parent one. Okay.
Layout is the top parent.
That hierarchy just.
Yeah, layout can be a wrapper to your pages, you can say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
that means it is wrapped with layout content. The page content
Mm.
is wrapped with layout content.
Right, right.
Okay.
Okay. What about this one, pop-up layout and model pop-up? That is different, right?
Yeah, yeah. I have shown you, right? By clicking on new, what you are seeing, this
Mm-hmm.
is model pop-up.
Mm-hmm. Generally, the pop-up having only model pop-up or another one also there.
Yeah, yeah. This is model pop-up. Let us change it
Uh-huh.
to pop-up and we will see what will be the difference
Okay.
if you want to see. Yeah. There are no layouts available for the selected.
Can I know the difference between these layout types like response and model pop-up atlas pop?
Once. More.
Okay.
Yeah. See, here it was clearly right. We have seen somewhere, right? Model pop-up usually with some action buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Pop-up will be informational. We have seen somewhere right here. No, not this one. This is template. Okay. Dashboard forms. Details forms. Tabs wizards. See, I will create one page. Okay, with add page. Okay, page form pop-up layout core form vertical. Okay, this is again model pop-up. It was created with this one. The pop-up page, we can create one pop-up page with pop-up layout, and through microflows we can show that content by calling a show page activity. In
Mm-hmm.
that way we can use it. Here it is a model pop-up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, just I want to know difference between normal pop-up and model pop-up.
Model pop-up will
It's
contains
confusing.
these action buttons, yeah, all those
Mm-hmm.
things.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And whereas a normal pop-up.
Will contain normal OK button and OK button.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is not able to select because we usually use this one only. I have never used this pop-up.
Okay, okay, leave it.
Layouts available, select layout type. This is actually Atlas core. We currently, I have used the previous Atlas UI. This is latest UI.
Mm.
And still there are some differences only, but not more.
Mm. Okay, I will go through the documentation.
That
If it
is how. Okay,
Yeah, we can carry on.
we will discuss on this again when we are adding the widgets, all those things. Okay, we will
Sure.
try to see the difference there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, any questions, any other questions?
Just I want to know your plan. Actually, this is my first class with this.
Okay.
Demo. I forgot to join here. So just now I came. So you are going to explain one project, you are taking one use case, or how you are going to explain this?
Yeah, yeah, we are trying to create a e-commerce app kind of thing.
Oh, okay, okay. Please proceed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so for today I will explain the navigation menu, and we will close the session for today. Tomorrow we will continue. So this was already I have explained, so I am explaining again. So this project navigation will contain different properties to configure, where we can change our application title,
Mm-hmm.
application icon. You can select a different icon, default homepage, where you can configure the default homepage. So by default, it will try to land the user on this page whenever the user is accessing this application. So
Mm-hmm.
role-based home pages means, so for generally for every application in real time, there will be different kind of rules. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
when you say for e-commerce, suppose normal users will be there, administrators will be there. So in
Yeah.
administration part, there might be different user roles. Okay, so,
Mm-hmm.
so for that purpose, if whenever some administrator is landing on this application, whenever the administrator is accessing the application, we can configure him a different page to land on. Whenever normal user is trying to access the application, we can configure him a different page
Mm-hmm.
like this. We can select the role, we can select the page, what page he needs to log on directly, like this we can configure. So here in this case, if you observe for administrator, when you log in as administrator, he will be landed on category overview page. If he logs in as user, he will be landed on home web page. So like that we can control the navigation based on the role.
Okay.
And also suppose here there are four pages. Okay, for suppose my categories page. If you go to the my categories page, if we enable the security and if we provided the allowed user role to only particular user role, here suppose we are having administrator and user, we have selected this page to be visible for user only. So the navigation, in the navigation, this page will not be displayed in the navigation menu. In the navigation menu, this my category page will not be displayed to other user roles. Only
Mm-hmm.
for the selected user roles that will be displayed in the menu also.
Mm-hmm.
So here we can create menu items, its sub items also, sub menu items also. If you want to have this as a sub menu, if you have any sub menu options for these products, you can create them here by selecting this menu product and by clicking on new sub item you can create sub menu items.
Okay.
So suppose when you are working on a real-time application, if you are having confusion, you have started working on a new project, suddenly in the middle of the project you are onboarded. So in that case, suppose if you have issue to go to that page particularly, suppose from products, which page is being used in the Mendix Studio Pro for products. If you are not aware properly, you can come to the navigation menu. You can click on here, right click, click on go to target. So it will show you the page that has been developed for displaying the products content.
Mm.
Okay, these are different properties available. So this is navigation menu where we can control the navigation based on the roles, and we can define our navigation menu items.
Okay.
Okay, any more questions? So I'm stopping recording for now.
Okay.